Boys, welcome to Hamburg. Day for it.
It's typical Dutch weather, actually, eh?
Yeah, I mean, if there's two guys that know how to play in the rain, it'd be you two, right?
Yeah, and we love heavy balls. Pouring rain, heavy balls, hard sand.
A lot of wind.
No, it's gonna be. I think today it's not gonna be windy. We've said that for 2 weeks in a row now, arriving at every practice. Oh, maybe today it's not gonna be windy.
And here we are, not one drop of wind. There's a drop of rain, though. Boys, it started really well for you here. You found some good rhythm in Hamburg, and you must be pretty happy.
I think we are. We saw a lot of rain predicted for the morning and afternoon, so we thought, in case we can make it straight to the final, let's do it. So I think the plan worked out quite well.
And the forecast says it's gonna clear up at 7, right when we wanna start our warm up. So perfect timing.
Obviously, a new team on the block, and I think the whole world are excited about it. But how did this come around? I know, obviously, Robbie retired, 14 years of Brouwer. Can you just talk us through how this pair came together? Obviously, you're just off the back of an Olympic, sort of a really successful 4 years where you made the Olympic Games. But how did Van der Velde and Brouwer get together, and how's it going so far?
Should I take it? Yeah, so for me, after Paris, I took a bit of a break, like after the World Tour Finals. Alex came to me, hey, I'm here, motivated. And I said, like, yeah, I need some time. Give me some time to think about it. But I discussed it at home. Like, I think we have quite mutual lives. Alex is a really enthusiastic player, a lot of energy. And for me, it was just about trying to have fun on the court again. So it was like a perfect matchup, I think. And I'm really happy how it went. We went in the season just, let's see. Like, he didn't really have a deadline, but also not a certain amount of time how he's going to go for it. Like, he also wanted to see how it went. And I think so far so good. And I think we're motivated to, in the end, perform now. So I think it's time for the next step for us. Let's see if we can manage the pressure. Starting here in the final.
Starting here tonight
Yeah, exactly.
in the final. And Alex, for you, I mean, having played with Robbie for so long, it must be like a mixture of emotions and having to rework through things again with a new partner, which must be quite fun in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, of course, when you talk about playing styles, Steven is a different type of player than Robbie was. But for me, it's more about the energy and the chemistry we have on court. It's nice to have a new type of energy and the way we talk about volleyball, but also things outside of volleyball. The way we spend time on the hotel room or on tour. It's a different vibe, and I'm not necessarily saying it's more fun than with Robbie, but I like after 14 years to have this change up. And so far, it's going well. Sometimes a bit more intense with Stevie. It's also it's fun.
Talking of change up and intense, you might have to make a quick getaway this week by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I have my phone now with me. Yesterday I didn't. Yeah, in case my wife, like, it's near her due date, so in case she's calling, I'm straight off home. I already asked Alex who he wants me to replace me, but he wasn't convinced yet. So.
Well, it is fun that one of the young guys in our program, Tom Sonneville, a 17-year-old guy, he came here yesterday and to watch his sister, Noah Sonneville, play. And I told his dad already, I saw his dad in the restaurant, make sure Tom brings his gear in case Steve has to leave. And that would be fun to play with a kid that could be my kid. Yeah.
Talking of kids, I mean, you're about to become a dad again for a second time. Wife is pregnant for a third time, so a third one's coming. How do you juggle this sort of like performance athlete stroke being on the road a lot of the time, and then obviously having the family as well? It must be a lot to juggle.
Yeah, yes and no. I think we're both used to it by now, but for sure it's a lot of talking. It really helps that we're both in the same situation, so we both don't want to be too long gone from home. So it was a really long trip we had in Brazil, 4 weeks. Like, this was a bit for both the longest time we've been away. But it's nice that we're in the same situation. So I think we think alike, and for sure the sport is important, but family life is also really important. So we just find the right mixture. Like for Alex, he has his family now with him. Like to try to take them here and there, I think is really helping.
And let's be honest, it's mostly the wives that have a hard time when we're leaving off to Brazil and Mexico, and
Yeah.
they have to spend time at home, of course, doing all the logistics and yeah. But like now, it's okay, rainy day, and they decided to go to the circus. So they're actually just around the corner here of at Heiligen Geistveld, going to the circus. Yeah, perfect.
Amazing. So they can get some holidays in whilst you guys are playing, and you guys can catch up on some sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You talk about Brazil. How would you rank that month away out of 10 for a first month in competition as a pairing?
Well, I think it started quite with a highlight, like reaching the semis, for sure fourth, not the result we wanted, but had a really good time. I think the tournament after, lucky loser. Yeah, I think still good. It was a bit of a, yeah, it was a shame for sure. The last tournament became last. That's not Kim. But yeah, like, yeah, I think we're okay. I enjoyed it, like being away. It was for sure intense. For me, it was also the first really time again to play. So, but I think we had a few good talks about it, and yeah, like I said, I think in general the start is always the easy. Like now we're getting more focused and more. Let's see if we can keep the fun in and at the same time put up a performance.
Yeah, it's always the balance between, like Steven said when he started, it's about, getting back to having fun on court, off court, enjoying beach volleyball, also enjoying the lifestyle. But the balance between, we're also in a very serious and competitive program with the Dutch guys, with a federation that's supporting us really well. But they also have high expectations of us as a team, especially as the seniors, being an example for the future generation. And so it's a balance I think we're also trying to figure out. And but yeah, of course, it's all about goal setting and the steps we take as a team, and to keep performing better and better.
Great start. Long-term project.
We'll see.
Yeah, we don't.
For now.
Uh,
Yeah. No, it started like tournament by tournament.
and now we're talking about the whole season.
Yeah, so it's also nice to just see, the ship strands where the
Where the
where the ship strands.
Great Dutch saying.
Yeah.
Maar het schipstrand.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think we both took it quite easy this season as a start. We want to have fun. Now, okay, we can still play. The first tournament, we can still compete. Also the second. So, okay, let's see when we put our heads together where we're at. And I think as long as we're having fun, we can make some money with it. At least for me, I think we would continue. But yeah, I think we just see the season, and after we talk where you're at, me at. I think you're having a baby, so you probably want to play a few more years, earn some more money.
Yeah. That was the deal with my wife.
Yeah.
Third baby, but then I can stay on tour for a little bit longer. No. A
Interesting.
joke, but a bit of truth.
Yeah, I'm joking, but seriously, yeah. At the same time, though, you make a fourth place, and you end up looking at the long term a little bit more. In that first tournament, surely that's a natural sort of reaction to say this works.
Well, we put quite some pressure on the first tournament. Like we have A status in the Netherlands. It's like a salary, a year income, but you only have one tournament a year where you can appoint it to, and you need to make a top 5. And Alex, being his optimistic self, said, "I feel it. It's gonna be there." And I was like, "Are you sure?" Like the week before, it was like wind power 6, 7, 8, like insane. I said, "We are more high sets." High, like, hitting backlines, and this you just have to solve every ball. He's like, "No, I'm feeling it." I won't tell how we made the call, but we ended up deciding, okay, like let's go with your optimistic view, and it worked out. So that's for sure gave us both, I think, some relief. Like it's again a year funding, so we're set for a year. I think for me, besides the result, even if we would have made 9th every time, but having fun, it's already a step forward. So for sure, it's great that we also perform during it. But yeah, my goal was to have fun.
Steve, after the fourth time you get a ninth, you're not having fun anymore.
That's true. That's true.
But
That's true.
it could also be a bit dangerous for us. Like this first event, got a final four, got the funding, Olympic Committee funding. You tend to maybe relax a little bit too much, lose a little bit of focus. And in the competition we have on the Beach Pro Tour, even if it's only 3%, you go down in intensity, in motivation, in focus, it's gonna cost you too much.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But we're still motivated. but-
Yeah.
Unlike you to be all in, isn't it? Yeah, first event, let's go all in and make the result we need to. That's probably the most Alex Brouwer story I've ever heard in my life, to be honest. There wasn't one bit of surprise. There wasn't
and-
any surprise here.
The first match was against Penninga Immers,
Oh yeah.
his ex, Matthew Immers.
Ex.
So yeah, we knew that was for sure gonna be a big match and a big tournament with a
They already played a tournament in wind. We didn't.
yeah.
It's quite it was a gamble. According to Alex, it wasn't. But
I mean, there's wind and there's wind, though.
yeah, and there was wind. There was wind.
But I've been playing with Robbie, 207. Could be a bit clumsy from time to time in wind. So I thought, okay, now with Steve, maybe a bit more ball control, a bit more surface pressure in the wind. Why not? And he was like, no, I think we're better without wind. And we get some more rhythm, blah, blah, blah. No, it worked out. Maybe the other way around, it would have worked out as well. But
When you guys spoke, did Alex tell you now that you have to play every Queen and King of the Court? Was that part of the deal?
No. So he made up a schedule at the beginning of the year. Like he was motivated Alex in the beginning. So he had a whole Excel sheet with all the tournaments, like the Pro Tour and also King of the Court. And there was a Stephen, like, what are you going to play? What am I going to play? And he just put X's at all the King of the Courts for himself. So I said, okay, so you're going to play? Like, you want to play with me? Or is this just you? He said, I don't care. I'm going to play. Like, this was set in the beginning. So he's still really hungry for the title. Like,
don't say
Oh,
it.
sorry,
Say it.
Well, this week he said he's not hungry for it anymore. His whole mindset towards winning a crown has changed, and Tenerife was a tough one though, buddy, wasn't it?
Oh.
Getting so close to
Yeah.
winning the lot, and then it was a tough one because you played so well. You didn't give that one away.
Yeah, we did. Oh,
Maybe, maybe.
Stefan did.
Stefan did.
Yeah,
Maybe.
no, that was tough. But on the other hand, you know, maybe people could have said, yeah, Tenerife wasn't the best of events, like competition-wise, with the amount of teams that were there. There's always an excuse when you. Here, the competition is very fierce and would be a true. No, I'm not talking about the crown. No, but of course, if you've played like 38 King of the Court events, and I think I've played finals in maybe. Vaclav will know the statistics, but it may be 2 out of 3 events. But not winning a crown, at some point it becomes maybe a bit of an obsession. But now with my 8th King of the Court partner. No, I mean, I'm letting go of the whole crown effect. Maybe it works this time.
Stevie, you won a crown in an interesting way, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. That's a funny story. Yeah, so actually I was out of the tournament, and then Stefan was still playing with Jorik. I was normally after a tournament, like I won't go to the court. Like, yeah, fuck, like not that, f that. But for some reason, I was doing 2 against 2, no jumping, mixing, and then all of a sudden Wilco comes running in. Steven, are you ready to play? What? Yeah, the final. You ready? Sure. So I run to the court and get on there, and then Jorik is smiling like, "Hey, let's go!" So yeah, that was an interesting last 15 minutes.
That's what Queen and King of the Court's about, bud.
Yeah,
Spontaneity, excitement.
like for sure the spontaneity is really nice. Spontaneity is not really a good English word. Spontaneousness.
Spontaneousness.
Nee, ook niet.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneity, what?
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, no, it was really fun, for sure. And it was a bit weird with the 3 of us on the King of the Court.
Doesn't really count, right, for you?
No, it doesn't.
Only 50 minutes.
Well, I'm not wearing the shirt, so Only 15 minutes.
He would say that. He's just a bit jealous.
Yeah, for sure.
And with the watch, that you
What
told,
time is it?
you
Oh,
told
yeah.
Stefan like the watch is mine.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some hustle there. Like I said, I spoke to him a little bit before. Like like he made third in case he wouldn't have continued. Like the Bello I think would have jumped in, so they would have made whatever they're making. So I said like, yeah, you're third. Jorik is playing. Like, so whatever I make more. In case I get third, I get nothing. Like that's on me. But yeah, that was interesting.
These beach volleyball guys, they're smart.
Yeah. It was the best. I think the best 15 minutes or the best pay I've made in 15 minutes. I think.
I thought you were going to say it was the best 15 minutes of your life.
No.
I was gonna say, hold up.
Okay.
But you're going into the final today. Feeling confident? You feel like the game's settling into a good place? Yesterday was really impressive. You were in a tough pool. You found your rhythm. You found... I mean, watching it, you're so aggressive. It's a fun style to watch, and it looks like it's really well suited. But today will be a tough task. I mean, everyone's sort of still rooting for Germany here, you'd think, in Hamburg. Do you see them as the closest rival to the crown today?
I think so.
Yeah.
On paper, yes.
I think Huerta is also really dangerous with a serve.
Yeah.
I think there's quite some good teams, and I think in the end, in the final, you just have to hustle your way through the first 2 rounds, and then the last round you can actually play for the win. But the first 2 rounds, anything can really happen.
Survive.
Survive, or serve.
Survive.
And the good news with Huerta's serve is he really likes to go that way anyway.
Yeah. So we keep saying, Alex, keep your line. Alex, keep your line. I have the middle.
I told him yesterday, I know, but then still I have to pass it there, and it's pretty fast. I'm there, but then it doesn't mean that all of a sudden it gets a lot easier. Or
Yeah, it's impressive how fast he can serve.
yeah, but I'm like on tour. I haven't.
But he hasn't trained. Like we were in Tenerife with him, and he already improved his serve a lot. Like with Gavira.
Yeah, true.
I think he really improved a
I
lot.
think, but the same goes for me. On tour, I'm serving shit now, and then here, all of a sudden, in the last round, it's because Steven told me, please just bomb in the middle to the back line. Don't think about it. Okay, pop ace.
Yeah.
Like, he's a good coach.
Yeah, and it obviously works.
Yeah.
Boys, thank you so much for coming in and taking the time to speak to us. It's always appreciated. And good luck today. Good luck over the next few days, bud. Sounds like a hectic few days coming your way, but it's all going to be worth it. So, love to Kim as well, and hopefully everything goes well. And good luck for the finals later.
Thanks.
Thanks, Louis.
See you later.
Always a pleasure.